Ever wondered why fasting seems to have such profound effects on looking younger, losing weight and living longer? The practice of fasting has long been associated with various health benefits and improved metabolic health. But what exactly is it about fasting that makes it so effective? Dr. Nir Barzilai of the Albert Einstein College of Medicine experimented on caloric restriction in animals. He divided them into two groups. One ate whatever they wanted, while the other received only 60% of that. What he found was shocking. The group that had 60% of the food lived 40% longer and healthier. And scientists have known this since the 1950s. He also said people assume that if you eat less for breakfast, lunch and dinner, or you just eat less throughout the day is the same. But in animal studies, if he gave them food throughout the day, they only got thinner but didn't live longer. So you need fasting to upregulate the mechanism for aging. Intermittent fasting can be considered up to about 24 hours. Prolonged fasting happens when you get to the 48-hour mark or 2 days or longer. And there's time-restricted eating, which has an intermittent fasting component to it, but also has that circadian biology component to it. You want to eat within the time when your metabolism is optimal, and when you're not eating, you are fasting. Some people end up doing up to a 16-hour fasting period. They're eating within an 8-hour window and they're fasting for 16 hours. The benefits of fasting: if you're fasting for 16 hours, you do start to have repair processes that are activated to repair damaged cells, whether it's damage to your DNA, proteins or mitochondria, or just pieces of dead cells floating around. That bad stuff is cleared away and repaired during a fasting state, which is from intermittent fasting and time-restricted eating. In addition to time-restricted eating, you have the benefits shown by Dr. Sachin Panda, Ruth Patterson, and other scientists. If you're eating within your circadian biology in terms of when your metabolism is most optimal. You don't want to eat your first bite of food at 8 a.m. in the morning and then eating dinner at 8:30 or 9 because you've already gone past 12 hours and your metabolism at 8:30 or 9 isn't going to be very good. What may end up happening is you're not going to be as insulin sensitive, your blood glucose levels are going to be higher, your fasting blood glucose is going to be higher, and fatty acid metabolism is not as good. You're going to start to store fatty acids in adipose tissue rather than using them as energy, and you'll start to gain more fat mass, which has all sorts of problems. In addition, what scientists found is that over a 12-hour mark, when you eat that food in the evening, you may be resetting the clock, and your body thinks it's resetting the start time of metabolism. So, the whole time you're sleeping is when your metabolism is at its best. And then you wake up in the morning and it's completely misaligned. So everything is misaligned. Your blood glucose levels, your fatty acids are going to be more likely to be stored in adipose tissue rather than using it as energy. And that is what misaligned means. A research was done by Dr. Valter Longo on prolonged fasting, typically 48 hours or longer. He has done a lot of research in animals showing that if you do a prolonged fast, you start to get the clearing away of damaged cells. And in the process of that happening, you actually activate stem cells and replenish those damaged cells with young cells. Animals during the fasting period, organs will shrink. And during the refeeding period, they regrow. You're getting rid mostly of the damaged cells, and you're replenishing them with healthy new young cells. That's all been done in animal studies. He has some preliminary evidence in humans where it seems as though looking at various markers of stem cell activation, for example, that does seem to be happening. But he's got some ongoing studies where they're going to look at that in much more detail. If you choose to do prolonged fasting, you may want to do that under medical supervision and seek advice from a professional. It is very important. Another benefit that comes from both intermittent fasting and certainly prolonged fasting is that your body shifts from glucose metabolism carbohydrates to fatty acid metabolism. You get the production of ketones beta-hydroxybutyrate, which is of itself has been shown by Dr. Eric Verdin to be anti-aging. It's the signaling molecule that's been shown to activate genetic pathways in the body. that are known to delay age-related diseases, that are known to help increase repair processes. In conclusion, fasting, whether intermittent or prolonged, offers numerous health benefits, including enhanced cellular repair and metabolic optimization. As we further explore fasting's potential, ultimately, fasting could play a transformative role in our approach to health and aging. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or informative, I'd greatly appreciate your support. Please consider liking, commenting and sharing. Your engagement helps the channel grow and allows me to create more content like this. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.